If you're watching this in the morning now at 10 a.m. on the 27th of May 2022 on The Beautiful Truth with Fintan Dunn reporting, you're very welcome. Then it'll be quite early in the morning, 10 a.m. Possibly a bit early for you to try some of this chocolate. By the way, I didn't take that bite out of that. That was like that. It was like that when I got it out of the fridge. But yeah, I possibly have sampled some because I want to go into what's healthy and what isn't healthy when it comes to chocolate, because a lot of people think it's healthy, and boy can it be very, very unhealthy for you if you don't realize even what you think is healthy, good quality dark chocolate can be killer for you. Let's find out why. First thing we're going to look at is like what's in this stuff anyway. Okay, so dark chocolate contains 50 to 90% cocoa solids, cocoa butter and sugar, whereas milk chocolate contains, say, 10 to 15% cocoa solids, cocoa butter, milk in some form, and sugar. And that's not a bad summary of it. And let's find out why you might want to have it anyway. You might want to have it because it's rich in minerals such as iron, magnesium, and zinc. And the cocoa in the dark chocolate also contains flavonoids, which are very good for you. Something else they're not mentioning there is natural cocoa bean has up to 50% fat or more, especially in the outer portion. And we need foods that are high in fat. Repeat after me. Fat in the mouth means no fat on the body. Fat in the mouth means no fat on the body. Fat in the mouth means no fat on the body. Say that to yourself looking into a mirror every day 3 times to try and counter the relentless health-destroying propaganda against fat. So that's one of the big reasons, totally unmentioned here, why you want chocolate with plenty of fat in it. Now, you're not necessarily going to get that. We'll find out more about all that. So now we'll check out dark chocolate specifically, okay? It's cacao beans, sugar, and an emulsifier like soy lectin to preserve texture and flavouring such as vanilla. Well, there may be some problems there already. Let's just check out the ingredients now, because here we are, some listed ingredients. First ingredient, and this is how you do it, because the order in which the ingredients are means the quantity. Therefore, the higher up the list the thing is, the more of it is in the product. So the first and most quantitative component is cocoa mass, and the second in this bar is sugar. That's it. I mean, what's the point? Let's move on. There is no point in eating. This is the second ingredient is sugar, and then cocoa butter, and then soy lectin as an emulsifier, and vanillin. Now, allergen info contains soy. Exactly, contains an allergen. Soy lectin and sunflower lectin are the 2 most common. Lectins are what plants use as a defense system in order to screw up anything that tries to eat them. So if you've got concentrated soy lectin, you are eating the most toxic component, defense component of soy. And that applies to sunflower lectins, although they're slightly better. So, all around, no, we don't want that much sugar. We don't want the soy lectin. Let's move on and take a look at another bar here. This one here, cocoa mass. And the first ingredient, after cocoa mass, sugar again, cocoa butter, flavouring, sunflower lectins, not suitable for milk, gluten, wheat, or allergy sufferers. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. No, not much of an improvement. Oh, this looks better, doesn't it? There's a nice rich texture of the packaging. 82% dark chocolate, it says here. 82% dark chocolate. Whoa, now this is what we're talking about, is it? Hopefully this is more like it. Let's see. What's in it? Ingredients. Oh yeah, there they are. Hold on. I got it here. Ingredients. Refined cane sugar. Refined cane sugar is the first ingredient. Hard to know how they're getting away with this kind of stuff, but yeah, you need to buyer beware and always read the ingredients. So we'll go on and we'll take a look at some more ingredient details that you really should pay attention to, such as this. What fats are in there? You bring that up so you can see that better. The percentage of fat is 25% fat. If you look at the label on the back of this chocolate, only 25%. I said to you the cacao bean was up, 50% fat. And you will find indeed that as low as 18% and even 11% fat I've seen in some of the dark chocolate bars which are on sale. That's not what you want. No. You want much more fat than that because fat's good for you. And we need to, there's another bar, 18%, that's the total percentage of daily value. If you see them doing percentage of daily value, you need to move right on because they're just trying to confuse the hell out of you there. So that's 18% of your percentage. You can't make calculations out of that, but total fat 14 grams, total carbohydrate 15 grams. If you're trying to get more fat and carbohydrate, if you're trying to be ketogenic in your overall eating pattern, which I think you should be, then that's not good. That's total carbohydrate 15 grams, total fat 14 grams. Useless. We move on. Try and find something better. Let's see. Maybe this is better. Or this is looking a little bit better because at least we can sort of read this here. Okay, fat total per 100 grams, 48.4 on this one here, folks. Maybe you still can't see that. Take my word for it, it's too small to read there. 48.4. Get it for you. You don't have to believe me. 48.4. That's very good, yes. Let's just take a look at the ingredients here. Ingredients: cocoa mass, sugar, emulsifier. So it's 85% cocoa mass and 15% sugar. You see, just when you think it's great, it has the fat, but no, sorry, I don't want the sugar. We move on. Now we're finally getting to something that might actually work. And I've got some of that here for you. And would you believe you can buy this in the United Kingdom and Ireland for something American under $2, in 150 sterling, maybe 170, 180 euros. And this is pretty good. And you will find the store branded ones are often as good as this. I've got a label on this one here. There's a closer look at it there. You might see it labeled like that as well. 85% cacao, right? And here's a label from the back of that one there. Zoom that in for you. 1 second. That's better. Yeah. So fat, 51.1 grams per 100 grams. So over half fat. Terrific. Carbohydrate 12. Not too bad. And fiber 16 and protein 12.5. That's pretty good. Now we're getting there. And we just check what it contains: cocoa mass, fat reduced cocoa powder. So they're getting that fat, half fat, even though they're using fat reduced cocoa powder. How? Because they're using cocoa butter as well. And then the last ingredient there, sugar. Soy lecithin is in there as well, and it's not stated. And again, that's the downside. There is some sugar in it. There is some soy lecithin. For this money, for the benefits you can get, for the relatively low sugar content, this is pretty good. One of the best, cheapest, widely available chocolates in the United Kingdom and Ireland. Now I'll show you one of the best in the world. We got to move on to the next level again. That's it. That is 7 Hills Whole Foods Organic Raw Cacao Nibs. And that is a spectacularly healthy product. And it is as chunky and as big as it looks. It is 2 kilograms of basically chopped up raw cacao beans. And it don't come any healthier than this. Let me give you some of the details off the back of this. Fat per 100 grams on this is 54. That ain't bad. 54. But also it's the fact that this is unprocessed. The fact that that has only ever been just lightly broken up into small chunks as part of the production process. And so that is as healthy as you can possibly get. Here's what it looks like. Just little chunks like that. Tiny little pieces of raw organic cacao. And does not melt in the hand, very natural. And of course it is to taste, because it's not going to contain the sugar, it's not going to contain the artificial flavorings that have been added into it, it's not going to contain the vanilla, it's just going to contain all of the healthy stuff that you want. Let's check out some of the reviews, what people thought of this, and just to sort of bring that point home. So here we have some top reviews in the United Kingdom, overall 5-star really. It's good for you. I put 2 teaspoons in my coffee and it adds flavour. Hydrated, they're easier to chew. Actually, I found them nice and crunchy. After 1 week, I started to have more energy and feel well rested after sleep, so I do like the effect the magnesium has on me. Of course, it does contain magnesium, although you can get that from milk and magnesia and bicarbonate of soda, as I showed in a previous video. But look at the next review, says rancid and probably toxic. That's from somebody who's used to sugar with some chocolate in it, not chocolate with no sugar in it. Disgusting. There are lots of white soft pieces in the bag that smell foul and that taste really bad. I wish I'd read the previous reviews. I've only just opened the bag and I'm too late to return it. The last bag I had was the best cacao nibs I tasted. This bag is the worst. I'm really disappointed. Anyway, look, you have to take the rough with the smooth. But generally you'll find this a very palatable and sort of nutty and slightly sweet to eat, you know, without being over the top in the way that I find some of the other chocolates are. So check that out. 7 Hills Organic Raw Cacao Nibs on Amazon.co.uk. Now, what about if you are not in the UK or Ireland? Well, if you're in Ireland, that's going to cost you about 35 actually in Ireland, because you're going to have to bring it in, maybe even 40. It's going to cost you for that 2 kg, €40 for the 2 kg bag. If you're in the UK, you're going to be able to get that for 22 sterling plus delivery or free delivery if you're on Amazon Prime. But so it's more expensive to bring that into the EU or Ireland from the UK, but it is premium product. However, you will also find a whole load of this stuff on eBay, and a lot of it is in this raw form. If you search on eBay for organic raw cacao cocoa nibs 2 kg, and you'll find a whole load of stuff there too, and you'll find cocoa butter and everything. I mean, this is terrific. So yeah, it's time to expand our horizons. It's time to move on beyond the narrow regime of what we used to think was chocolate and expand our horizons slightly, I think. And the verdict, well, either these 2 squares, which contain the sweetener and the sugar and the soy lectin, or else some of the new. I mean, these are the last few squares I've got left, and you know what? Already, I prefer this. I prefer this. Maybe you will too. Check it out. Best sugar avoider in the world is really good chocolate. So, healthy eating, and I'll be back soon with more. Hope you can join me for that. But in the meantime, for breakfornews.com, this has been Fintan Dunn reporting. See you soon. Bye.